Hey, incubator folks, how you doing? So I met with most of your teams today. We got a few more teams that I need to track down and meet with Tuesday, but the end is near. So getting through the investor packet that we just created and working through with that I sent out on Sunday night is essentially your last assignment. Your last thing that we need to do now is the final pitch video. So that's going to be due May, let's call it 14th would be good, that Thursday. If you get it to me sooner, even better. We'll be doing this all in WeVideo, so it'll be collaborative. Some of you as teams have already got you set up in that already. So here's what you need to do for today. So we're under 8.4 right here. And there's a few links here that you need to take a look at. So we're really just focusing on 8.4. Don't worry about any of the rest of the stuff. So in here, you've got, where is it? The final pitch overview. So this final pitch overview is going to break down exactly what you need to have in your video. And I can help you with that as well to make sure that you've got it. Feel free to use your existing slides you used prior to in your MVP pitch and go through and update those. Or if you're not happy with them, rebuild, start over. Supple, Isaac and Ian, you guys will have to start over because obviously you have a new concept. Each of these main bullet points should be essentially a talking point or a slide or however you want to think about that. So you introduce your team members at the beginning, talk about the problem you're solving, let the investors experience the solution. This essentially is your elevator pitch, right? So you'll go through and do that. Who has a problem? So show me your customer segment, market size, the TAM, SAM, and market share. So those three nested circles, right, with those values in there. Get those on a nice slide and make them look pretty. Who are your competitors? So how do you differentiate and talk about your UVP and why people would want to shop from you versus somebody else? What's your financial figures? So talk about how you're going to acquire customers, go through your COGS, your margins and your 3-year model, get those charts on there. I don't want to see any spreadsheet data. I really only want to see charts. And if you're putting in numbers, make them simple and bold. No snapshots of big spreadsheets because nobody's going to want to go through and look at that in the video anyways. So keep us focused on the big numbers. How much money are you asking for in your pitch? What's your post-money valuation and your exit strategy? All those things that we talked about today when we met. What's your minimum viable product process? What key components should be asking for the valuation of your investors? So basically how much money you need to ask for, those sort of things. And then your exit strategy, right? So you're really thinking about how to really capture their imagination. We're not able to answer questions live, so you have to anticipate their questions, and I'll walk you through that. And think about how can you really make your video memorable, okay? Down here, there are a few examples, but those are live examples from other incubator teams. If we go back to here, there's a link here for Jasmine and Caitlin's from 2019 from their C-ball pitch. So you can click on that and watch their pitch, which is a winning pitch. This document you have linked is the exact rubric that I and the judges will be grading you on. Okay, so this is 100 points. I know there's not a final, but this is 50% of your total grade. This class is different. So you've known about this all year long, that this is sort of a make it or break it. So you'll talk about your, this is what we'll be looking for in your video when the judges are grading you. So, and ranking based off of who's going to get the team. So the judges will not only rank for the cash prizes, but they'll also assist with me in the grading based on business overview. So about your problem solution, customer segment, competitors, value proposition, your investment highlights based on the TAM and SAM and market share, your results of your MVP adjustments throughout the process. So what did you learn? Guide us through that process of where you've been and where you are now and what changed. Some of that revenue growth projections. So in year 1, we're projecting this many sales. And in year 2 and year 3, we're picking up 100% increase in growth, 200%, whatever those numbers are. You've got that under your revenue tab. What are your financial projections through the model summary? Let me get to page 2 here. How much money are you asking for? with your proposed structure and exit strategy. That's the document that we went through and built today. And then, of course, professionalism, unique layout, memorability, visual elements really make this top notch. Like, you have to stress about this. This is a big deal, okay? And then this document is the same thing that's on that sheet that we went through and did as your assignment today, as far as the amount of company capital you're asking for, the percent ownership, post-money valuation, things like that. So you should have this in your slides with your values in there. Also linked in Skyward is this. This is directly from some other, it's called the Blue Ocean Entrepreneurship Competition. And they've got some really nice ones. These first couple ones are well done. That have got some really nice slides that break down, nicely laid out presentations and stuff in video format. These are only 5 minutes. Yours are going to be no more than 10 minutes. So probably somewhere between 7-10 minutes, depending on how it goes. So if we watch through this a second.
There are multiple new islands on
this all can be done in a lot of different things. They actually did an animation of it, which isn't necessary, but it's still kind of cool.
In fact,
but this is how they're telling their stories through an animation. This you can do through Google Slides.
Plastic, we have created 7.8 billion metric tons of plastic.
So if we jump ahead, they're really talking about their story. They're getting into the solution. Let me see if we get to their finances here. Here we go. So now they're getting into some more details about how their product is organized and built and all sorts of different things. So go through and watch these videos. You'll have some nice layouts of opportunities to get some inspired from. So again, you've got this is exactly how this is going to be built. Work from your slides, build out your slides, build out your script, and then start filming. When in WeVideo, and this is all listed here, to get started, we'll use WeVideo. Click on this link, which is going to bring you to here. You're going to click on Join with a New Account, and then click on Sign in with Google, that little Google button, right? Sign in with Google, and then click Allow. Once you've done that, let me know, shoot me an email or something, because then I have to go on the back end and assign you into your group. This is essentially allows us to do, and let me just get to one here. So what'll end up happening then is you're all going to have projects that you'll all be able to work in the same essentially sandbox with, right? Only one person can edit at a time, but all of your medias can show if you drop in your own images or slides or audio tracks or whatever the case may be, they'll all be in here for your team to get, and then you can drag it back down to your editing board. Where are we here? Here we go into your editing board, and you've essentially got layers. Make sure that this is turned on to not storyboard, but timeline. So this should say timeline mode. So then that way they're stacked like this. So you got your audio tracks if you want to have some audio below. Then you can stack your video. You can do picture-in-picture. You can do all sorts of different things. We can drop in animations and transitions. I'll help you through that process. And I'll also link some tutorial videos. So when in doubt, just Google WeVideo and actually just click on the little help button here. And there's some really nice tutorial videos in here about how to do some different things and make sure you're working in timeline mode. Okay, so that's what we're working on. This is due, please have this done by that May 14th-ish date, and it'll be published to YouTube when we're all said and done. This has to be perfect. Make sure it's well done, okay? Only one person can work on the editing platform at a time, but you'll have access to it, so then you guys will have to collaborate. As far as the prizes are concerned, we're still honoring those prizes. So first place is going to be $1,500 scholarship to split between your team members, $1,000 for second place, $500 for third place. And then once you win, then we'll go through a little bit of process for you to get the money and making sure that you're using it for education or college and stuff like that, that you're not just blowing it all on a swimming pool full of Jolly Ranchers or something stupid. I don't know who would do that. It would just melt. Anyways, so that's the process. Do your best. please let me know how I can help you. Do not wait to the last minute, and let's do well. Thanks.